I'm Peggy McLean, and this is my husband Arthur. We've been married for 33 years. We have 3 amazing young adult children, 2 wonderful sons-in-laws, and 2 of the most beautiful grandbabies, because we're not biased at all.
Not at all. Working as a police officer in a smaller community, one of the unfortunate things is your whole entire life, your personal life, when you're working seems to be in the public at all times. And unfortunately, sometimes the public will have their views of it, and they don't understand the whole story. Back in 2006, our lives changed dramatically. I was involved in a bad accident, and the media had their own view of it, and it changed our life dramatically. Following the accident, when I was cleared to return to work, I was wrongfully terminated. We had to tell our kids a week before Christmas that we're going to lose our house and that Daddy lost his job.
Yeah, it was one of the most difficult conversations that I've ever had with our kids. But, I had said to them at the time, I said, you know what? It's just nails and wood. Like, this house doesn't define who we are. Wherever we go, we're still going to be a family. We're still going to be together.
My mother's a very strong person of faith, and she'll always say, it's all part of God's plan. And I said, well, sometimes you sit back and say, well, I don't understand quite the plan, Mom, but I have to trust in the plan.
Yeah, I've said it time and time again. I said that you don't have to look for the negative. The negative is going to find you. You have to look for the positive. And sometimes, to be brutally honest, there were mornings when sometimes the only positive thing was that, the sun was shining that day, and you start with gratitude. You just say, I'm grateful for the sun today. I'm grateful for how warm it feels when I walk outside. I ran in the last federal election, and I'm incredibly proud of the work that we did as a team. We kept a positive campaign, and I was not successful. I lost, I think my manager told me it was 321 votes, which was enough to encourage me to know that people believed in me. So I'm grateful for every person that voted for me. But again, Arthur says, what's the message? What's the message? About 3 weeks after the election, I was diagnosed with breast cancer, and it's triple negative breast cancer. So if you're going to have breast cancer, it's the one you don't want to have. So that was to me the message, because I had said to Arthur and I said to the kids, if I had been elected, like everything, I put 150% in, I probably would not have gone to the doctor when I did. I would have gone, but I wouldn't have gone when I did. And if I had have delayed for months, it would have been an entirely different story. And I've journeyed through 2 rounds of chemotherapy. I've had surgery. I've had a mastectomy, and I've had my lymph nodes removed. I did 25 rounds of radiation, and currently now doing daily chemotherapy, low dose. And that is just to keep me healthy, because after the mastectomy, there's no evidence of disease anymore. And I'm so grateful. And I know it's the power of prayer, and I'm so grateful to everybody. The amount of people that have reached out to me privately through Facebook, or they see Arthur at the grocery store and they tell him how much they've been praying for me. And I know without a doubt that has been what has made this journey easier for me and for our family.
A call that no one ever wants to get. One of the guys at work calls me, he said, did anybody let you know your building's on fire? I said, would you stop? Like, don't tell me that. And I was in sheer panic. It's like, that was my retirement. So I take off, and I get there, and I pretend I'm not an emotional person. But I start crying. I said, I got there, and I said to myself, what did I do to deserve this? I'm sitting there watching everything. It's like 3 cars that we had, like antique cars, her office. My father was an old school carpenter. His tools. We're just doing some renovation in our house. We hauled all our Christmas stuff up, and everything's gone. like overnight, like it's gone. And it's like, I told Mom, and she said, well, it's all part of God's plan. I said, Mom, I'm having a real hard time with this today, I'm having a real struggle, but tomorrow will be another day. So I woke up the next morning, I said, Peg, today's the last day of radiation. I could think of, what would dear old Dad say to me? You take that shot to the head, you go right back up again, say, let's go. It's a new day, we're going to start over. It's going to be positive, and we're going to stay focused. It's part of the plan. I don't understand this plan.
And then I got a call from my oncologist saying, yeah, well, there was a little bit of residual when we took your breast. So we really want to make sure that there's nothing anywhere, and we feel that there isn't. But we want to be very sure because of the type of cancer that you have. So we're going to give you 25 radiation, and we're going to give you a year's worth of chemotherapy. And I thought, I was not prepared for that. Like, I took that harder than I took my diagnosis, to be honest with you, because I thought, okay, we're done with that. But then I just sat back for a minute and I thought, okay, I just need a minute to process it. And then I just listened to it again. You know, it is well with my soul. It is well with my soul. The journey's just not finished yet. I hope people understand that whatever you're going through, whatever it is, you can handle it. There's nothing, and I know it sounds cliche, but there really is nothing in this world that's going to happen that you and God can't together get through. That has been our mainstay.
It's been pushed. I find your faith will get pushed, tested. It's been tested for the last couple of years. Tenfold. If you trust in yourself, you trust in your faith.
And there's a peace that if you just, and again I go back to that song, you know, it is well with my soul. If you understand that there is peace, if you just trust that this too will be okay. It'll be okay as long as you put your faith and your trust in God.
My mother would say it's all part of the plan. Sometimes we just have to trust in the plan.